When her stepfather walked through the door, everything was already over. This is Darren's case file. It was supposed to be ordinary. March 19, 2024. After school, homework, then dinner later. In a quiet neighborhood near Brandon, Mississippi in the US, 14-year-old Carly Gregg walked home like she always did, but she wasn't happy. She'd recently been disciplined for vaping and for smoking, and her phone had been taken away. To most families, that's tension. It's teenagers. To prosecutors, it became motive. And sometime that afternoon, inside that house, a handgun was picked up. Investigators say the shooting happened inside her mother's bedroom. Ashley Smiley was inside. Multiple shots were fired. Then silence. No neighbors screaming, no sirens yet, just quiet. Prosecutors later told the jury that messages were sent from Carly's phone after the shooting, as if the afternoon was still ordinary, as if nothing fatal had just happened. Later that day, her stepfather, Heath Smiley, came home. He didn't know anything. He walked through the front door and boom. Prosecutors say he was shot in the neck, but he survived. Bleeding, he was able to identify her to the authorities. And then she ran out of the back door, through the yard, into the neighborhood. 14 years old, running from a house that now held 2 victims. Police located her shortly after. She was arrested, charged with murder and attempted murder, and something else, tampering with evidence. In court, prosecutors argued the scene did not remain untouched. They said items in the bedroom were moved. The firearm was handled again. Digital messages were sent after the shooting. Investigators reconstructed the timeline using phone data, timestamps, and forensic analysis. To the prosecution, that wasn't panic. It was deliberate action after the fact, and that distinction matters. In September 2024, 5 days of testimony in Rankin County, the surviving stepfather testified. Ballistics experts explained trajectories. Digital evidence was displayed to the jury, the texts. The jury deliberated for roughly 2 hours, then returned guilty on all counts. First-degree murder, attempted murder, and tampering with evidence. Then came sentencing. 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus 10 years for tampering with evidence. She was placed in the Youthful Offender Unit at Central Mississippi Correctional Facility. Appeals were filed, arguments were raised about age, about mental health, about juvenile sentencing, but as it stands, the sentence remains. 2 life terms for something that began with a family argument. 14, but under Mississippi law, old enough to be sentenced to spend the rest of her life in prison. Do you agree with that? Is that right? I don't know. Until next time.